Welcome to the Spiritual Hustler Podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Zweig, multi-seven-figure serial entrepreneur, best-selling author, and branding and business coach. And this is a show where we are redefining the word hustle, reclaiming our true feminine nature of magnetism, and putting down the self-judgments and shame around loving to work and making a lot of money at it. On this show, you're going to learn how to stop hustling and start spiritually hustling. By pressing play, you are now part of a new movement of women who don't hustle for money. We hustle for meaning. We don't hustle from lack. We hustle for love. We don't hustle from survival. We hustle for humanity's thriving. We hustle toward healing the ancestral programming of fear and step into a new understanding of safety in the body to receive. This shift isn't going to only heal your life. It's going to make you a whole lot richer too. This is the Spiritual Hustler Podcast.
Well, hello, my beautiful spiritual hustlers, and welcome back to the podcast here on another unlocking episode. You guys, I love this series. I have so much to unlock today for you. So if you're new to the show, welcome. I'm your host, Jess. I'm so grateful you're here. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm so honored that you keep coming back. We have the most beautiful sisterhood tribe of light workers in this community that is spanning the globe. And I know that if you are here listening, you are of the light, girl. You're of the fucking light. I'm just so freaking blessed to be connected with you because this world can kind of be a little dark, do you think? And we need to keep showing up in our hearts, in our sisterhood, in our generosity, in our evolution of our own soul's work that we've come here to do so we can continue to show up in coherence, fully embodied in the women of love that we not just say we're here to be, but like actually are here to be and walk this walk. And I've talked about this before on the podcast. You know, this is a show where we talk about all things business and all things spirituality. We talk about everything from many chat funnels and low ticket offers and how to scale crazy amounts of money and become a self-made woman, as well as all of the woo-woo stuff. And if you guys been here a minute, you know how I feel about that word woo, but we're here, we're going to say it. It's just a shortcut way of talking about somebody who is fully awake and online and remembered in who their soul is here to be in this human body. But I digress. And at the end of the day, all of it that we talk about on this podcast is to be in service of the feminine frequency, the feminine reclamation, the feminine rising, the feminine returning for more sacred union on this planet where we live in harmony. And it starts within ourselves. We can't expect the world to heal and to stop waging war and being just a dark and heavy place if we're not willing to look at our own darkness inside of us and alchemize all of the areas that we are out of balance so that we can come into coherence, I'll say that word again, with ourselves so that we can walk in integrity and love. That's how we heal the world. That's how we shift consciousness. And I do believe that the feminine, I don't believe, I just wrote a whole book about this actually. I know, I've researched it for years, that the feminine has been oppressed, written out, deleted, obliterated from the patriarchal construct of what we call normal reality. And the world is suffering because the feminine has been so damped out. But we are not being damped out anymore. We are rising. Women are leading. Women are taking initiative. Women are becoming embodied. Women are making real moves and have agency and sovereignty over their lives, their income, their choices, their bodies, their freedom in ways that for thousands of years they didn't. And it is such an exciting and important time to be a woman. And that is what we are really up to on this show. And that is why I talk so much about sisterhood. Because if we're going to really shift the world in how we believe it should be, which is to be more loving and safe and healing and prosperous for all, we have to be on the same fucking team, ladies. We have to be on the same side. We have to be for each other, not against each other. And this isn't a podcast about sisterhood today. I'm going to link it, I promise. This is a podcast on this Thursday episode where I hand you a tiny little key from my cosmic keychain to unlock all the bullshit that's been locking you up inside of your own self-limiting beliefs and probably behaviors that are not expressions of your highest self, so that you can walk through your life like the queen that you are. Full stop. in all of your abundance and all of your joy and all of your beauty and all of your opportunity and all of your success, all of your fun, all of your magic. And this podcast is here to unlock whatever is standing in the way of that so that you can step through. And I want to talk today about being gorgeously unbothered because it is honestly my mantra for 2026. And honestly, I probably will make it my mantra for the rest of my life. So let me take you back to where I got this and what this actually means, this term, what it means to me, and how I truly believe if you were to adopt this mantra yourself, how it could truly change your life. So at the beginning of 2026, the very beginning of the year in January, I did a very powerful breathwork ceremony. And in that ceremony, I saw the light in this ceremony in a way I'd never seen it. Typically, I see the light as like some big white sort of golden orb, sort of feels like pure source consciousness. It's very peaceful. It's very ethereal. And in this breathwork ceremony, I actually saw the light. If you could imagine one huge, massive, glowing, radiant, golden pink cloud that was like swirling and swooshing and expanding and twirling and circling and pirouetting. It was just this massive, like iridescent quantum pink cloud that felt like it came from an absolute 7th, 8th, 9th dimension, but it was accessible here. And it was touching the 3D. It was sort of surrounding the planet, like in the sky. And as it was dancing and expressing and being in its unapologetic beauty and freedom and joy and just sheer unapologetic magical existence, all of these black sort of smoky clouds, they kind of look like fingers, tried to drag it down and cover it up and stamp it out and block it and like face palm it, like kept trying to block the light. This pink, beautiful, infinite cloud of golden, radiant, rose-colored light found all of its way through those hands and kept dancing. When I was watching it, it was so unbothered by it. It was almost as if it wasn't even there, like the black cloud. It didn't even notice it, but it still had to like manage around it because it was there, but it kept dancing through as if it wasn't. Okay, you following me? And I had this thought in the middle of this breathwork ceremony. This light, the light, which is you, is so gorgeously unbothered. It's not snobbily unbothered. It's not disconnected unbothered. It's not fake unbothered. It's not aloof unbothered. It is fucking gorgeously unbothered. And the truth is, sister, I can get real bothered about a lot of stupid shit and a lot of really important shit. And this is the invitation. You guys, we're halfway through the year of the fire horse. This is really what this year is all about. And I don't know about y'all, but the first few months of 2026 since the Lunar New Year started has been a little fucking crazy. Definitely feeling that fire energy more than I feel the horse energy. But that horse medicine, it's kicking. It's online. The second half of this year is where it is at. I think we all had to alchemize a lot of things, burn shit away to run free, beautiful, and gorgeously unbothered into the second half of 2026. That's the invitation for female leaders and entrepreneurs. And I've been saying this now for like 8 months. And I want to take you into a specific situation that happened to me a little while back that really reminded me of my gorgeously unbothered superpower. And it really turned this online within myself again and within my soul, and honestly within my own community of other gorgeously unbothered badass women. Because like I said at the beginning, y'all are a community of light. We got to roll as sisters. We got to be on the same team. And man, do I have a team. And I know you do too, because you're here and you're part of this community. So I had a troll situation on Instagram. I get trolls all the time. I kind of look at trolls when I think of people who troll people. I think of like amoebas. Like they just don't bother me. They're like scummy, gross amoebas that like live on the bottom of your shoe. Your shoe is still cute. Nobody sees the amoebas. You don't even notice that they're there. That's their existence. It's just part of life. And they really have nothing to do with you. They're just trying to survive. because their nervous systems are hijacked. And that's why they would be acting the way they do on social media. If they were regulated and happy, they'd spend their time doing a lot of other productive things. So that being said, trolls don't bother me. They just don't. I get them frequently enough on my comments. I love my community. You guys, if you follow me on Instagram, I read your DMs. I read your comments. I go in there because I know you and I care about you, and your engagement on my content is your time and it matters. And I love you and I pour into you because you pour into me. And once in a while, I'll see a troll and a shitty comment and I have zero reaction. I literally am gorgeously unbothered by trolls on my own account. If anything, I'm like thankful because their engagement is helping my content grow in the algorithm, because Instagram doesn't know the difference between a positive or negative comment. It just knows a comment. And by the way, pro tip, usually trolls like to leave long comments, right? They like to go off, and Instagram rewards comments that are longer than 5 words instead of just a bunch of emojis or whatever. If you really want to play the engagement game in comments, leave longer comments back to your community and encourage them to dialogue with you. Usually trolls love to dialogue. So when someone leaves me like a paragraph long comment on my post, I'm like, yes, thank you, algorithm. You're going to make this post be seen by more of the right people now. That being said, it's been a minute since somebody trolled me off my own account onto theirs. And this particular person was really trying to create division between me and another woman that I actually really love and is a friend. And I remember seeing it and having this moment where I thought to myself, wow, the old version of me would have defended myself, would have screenshotted it, called all my friends, analyzed every word, replayed every sentence. But I had this like really strange calm. Like I was so gorgeously unbothered by it. And I reached out to my friend because we're friends. And I was like, hey girl, this is wild. And she responded literally with the text, this is no matter, no drama, no energy given to it, no story attached to it. There was really like no charge between either one of us. And this is what it feels like to be gorgeously unbothered. And it takes work. It really does. And being surrounded by other gorgeously unbothered women is a cheat code. And I think that we really need to break this down because many of us misunderstand being gorgeously unbothered and confuse it with being cold and detached. It doesn't mean that you don't feel things. It doesn't mean you are above people. It just means that you know your own center. Your own center is the strongest thing about you, stronger than any noise that surrounds you, especially shit like social media. It's like on the scale of 1 to 10 being a priority of what really matters in your life, people who don't know you on the internet is like -60. And when you realize that and you embody that, you do not need to participate in everyone else's invitation of projection or drama or chaos or misinterpretation. Not every mention of your name deserves your energy. In fact, most of them do not. I really believe people can only hook into the parts of you that are still wounded. People are going to throw hooks. This is what I call them. Their opinions, their criticisms, their projections, judgments. But hooks only work if there's still something in you reaching for them. Your own criticism towards yourself, your own opinions about others, your own self-judgments, your own projections about other people. And I realized when this thing went down, like there was this season in my life where this would have absolutely devastated me and like taken me down because I still needed everyone to understand me and like me and agree with me and love me and think I'm cool. And I know that I'm a good person because I am a good person. So are you. That knowing is where your healing lives. And when you become a healed person, here's what happens. You attract other healed people. When you become a gorgeously unbothered woman, that's what your tribe looks like. Gorgeously unbothered women are who you roll deep with. That friend of mine, when she was like, oh, this is no matter, her frequency reminded me of my own frequency. It was a doubling down. It activated even more. It increased the energetic force field of my own truth. This is why sisterhood matters. Because women who are grounded in themselves become your greatest mirrors. And they remind you even when you temporarily forget, because you will, who you really are, and it's instant. Your tribe is here in your life to amplify the woman that you are. And when you feel that level of belief and sisterhood, it creates so much peace in your life. And all of the panic that you are outsourcing to your old self all of a sudden becomes moot, and all of the panic that you once used to spin in simply isn't available because you're not that woman reaching for it anymore. This work takes work, but this is why you're listening to my podcast. If someone is talking about you, misunderstanding you, firing you, projecting into you, yelling at you, screaming at you in traffic, mad at you because you didn't get something done in the right way, remember that your light never stops shining because someone decided to just close their eyes to you for a minute. It never stops shining when the dark, clouded hands of the Matrix try to stamp out and cover up and snuff out your seventh dimensional, quantum rose-colored, pink, sparkling, golden, radiant light. It's still there. You just get to keep dancing, sister. You just get to keep being you. Stay in your own lane. Stay in your own magic. That is your truth. Become so fucking rooted in your own light that your whole existence feels like one beautiful expression of you dancing unapologetically, completely, gorgeously unbothered. That is available to us in 2026. In this fire horse year, it is available to us every single day. And I really believe that we have come into this planet at this time, incarnated in the year 2026, the first fire horse year in 60 years, that was once casted as a stereotype to be afraid of women who were born in this year because they would be too powerful. And guess what? We are. You should be afraid. But you should never be afraid of what other people have to say or think about you because you know who you are. And this is your year. This is your moment. This is your timeline to be gorgeously unbothered. If you came upon this episode today, I really believe you were meant to hear it for a reason. And I also believe you were meant to share it with another woman in your life whose frequency reminds you of your own, or maybe whose frequency has gotten a little dim and it needs to be reactivated so you can swirl and swoosh and pirouette in the sky together as sisters. And no matter what comes your way, all the dark, smoky clouds and all the amoebas stuck in the bottom of the shoes and the bottom of the internet, you just keep dancing, and it's so much more fun when you dance together. I love you all so much. Thank you for holding this key with me. I hope it unlocked everything you needed to hear today and then some. I'll see you guys on the next Spiritual Hustler episode. Bye, guys.